Wow.
Wow,
Wow. Holy shit. All right.
It's been a while.
It's
been a minute.
I think it's been like what, maybe like 3-4 months.
Yeah, I think so. Crazy.
As you can see, Matthew is not here unfortunately tonight. All right, but once again, it's not the end of the dynasty. Okay, it's not. Just unfortunately wasn't able to make it tonight. But we thought we should still run it back anyway.
That's okay. We've got to go ahead with our schedule because it's very hard to get out an episode.
Yeah.
Which you guys could probably tell.
Yep.
It's been a minute. So but look,
Business as usual.
That's it, bro. It doesn't matter who rocks up, That's it. Business as usual.
On the job,
That's
it is.
it. Yep.
All right, hold on. Let's quickly check chat for a second. All right. So, got Snitchy saying pulleys.
Lovely work.
Oh, Jojo, announce who else is in chat. This is huge.
So, Jacob Tar 020, aka our friend Tarum, says the greatest comeback of all time. I couldn't agree anymore, mate.
No, this is so cool.
This is something. This is like, what's another huge like cinematic, like
maybe
sequel or something. Shit off the top of my head.
I don't know. Maybe like when like Kanye after his car accident, he came back to his music. Maybe so, no, not like that. Okay,
bro, it's like World War II. This is
God,
this is for my assignment as well.
Yeah, that's another thing actually. Wait, so do you just want to like quickly?
Maybe I'll let everyone.
Yeah, just
maybe
let
I'll let
know
everyone.
Just like quickly what's up.
Yeah. Maybe I'll let everyone know.
All right, okay. So we're back.
Lovely interruption from Padre.
Mio padre.
Yeah, that's it. No, so today our episode is
They're getting swatted already.
They're getting swatted already. I love it. Who is Snitchy, by the way?
That's my good friend Thomas.
Oh, that's awesome, man. Well, thank you for joining the chat today. On the channel. Oh shit! All right, so today's episode is on.
No, you gotta run them through though. You gotta run them through.
What?
Like what the getting assessed.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That's alright. It's okay.
I got interrupted. Oh no, jeez, I'm a bit rusty, man. Jeez. All right, so pretty much, my assessment is I have to it's like this is kind of like an experiment. So, all right. You're not getting probed or anything, but
shit, am I probed? Am I getting probed?
You want to be probed? God, I love you ask that before you say no.
I gotta check consent.
Bro.
All right, it's one of the ethical considerations.
I forgot to bring the consent form, but
oh shit.
Yeah, shit. I won't be able to do any probing today. So. It says no probing, closes stream.
And then we got Tom volunteering.
Yo, join the Clarity Conference today for a free colonoscopy.
Oh, the shout God. No, even in context, this is crazy.
Wait, did you just say you had a colonoscopy?
No. I was going to say, out of context, this would be crazy.
Bro, I'm just talking about my finger up your ass 10 minutes ago. Oh, this is great. This is great. It's good to be back. It's so good to be back. All right. So basically, as I was saying, my assignment, I'm answering the big question, how does emerging forms of media bring on new perspectives and new voices? So we're doing this live as well, which is good because I'm trying to get like people to engage in the conversation and have their own input and their own voice, and so that's how I'll use that as evidence for my assignment.
You're welcome. Yeah, see, exactly.
Yeah,
exactly. Thank
good.
you.
So does money buy happiness?
That's today's topic. And like just the quick backstory, quick origin of it is we watched a movie a few nights ago, and once we finished the movie, once we finished the movie, we just had a quick discussion about like money. I don't know how we always somehow talk about that, but we're just like, yeah, does it bring happiness? You know, what's up with it? And that's what we're here to discuss today in more detail.
Yeah, and we had a very in-depth discussion, and it wasn't just about money buying happiness.
Yeah. You know,
there's some other things that I won't bring up, but yes, there's some
future episode.
So yeah. I mean,
Shit.
if Matthew's not here, then maybe he won't stop us.
Yeah, maybe,
you can't stop us, Matthew.
Exactly, we're back. All right, bad, no stopping. All right, so pretty much.
So let me ask you the question:
Okay.
Does money buy happiness?
Now, it's difficult to entirely speak from my perspective because I'm not insanely wealthy. Obviously we're pretty well off and everything like that, but not insanely wealthy. But I don't think money itself buys happiness, but lack of money causes unhappiness.
Okay, that's
So
an
you
interesting.
know,
That's an
like-
interesting take because the way that you put it is, you kind of like flip it.
Yeah,
You think, well, if you don't have money, where are you left? Right,
that's
like
the
you're
thing.
left with nothing. Right, and yes, it might be unfortunate the people who, I guess, especially to the people who kind of belittle the capitalist economy.
Yeah,
or whatever,
that's
right?
exactly.
Right, but capitalist society will, bad, all that. But yeah, I think at the end of the day, yeah, you're probably right. I think without money, money creates opportunities.
Yeah,
Opportunities for freedom, opportunities to, like anybody who doesn't have money and is stressing over bills, over things like that, they're always stressing. They always got something going on. They're always stressing about paying off things. I've got to pay off my mortgage. I've got to pay off my credit card line.
yeah.
All of that
And
shit,
it's like,
right?
can you really be happy in that state? Like, no,
It's hard. It's hard
because obviously there
you know,
would be some exceptions. Like I'm sure in some like emerging and developing countries, they have like limited access to money, but they're still like somewhat happy, right? So I understand that,
Yeah.
but I'd say for the vast majority, let's say you live in a like one of the first world countries, like a Western, pretty wealthy country, and yeah, you don't really have access to money. I feel like it's very difficult to be happy, like you said, stressing over bills. It's just
Yeah, well,
difficult
yeah, that's the thing. But you could say in a society where money is not actually prevalent at all, like those off the grid societies and
Yeah.
stuff, obviously money means nothing to them. There's no value to it. There's no value to money for them, right?
Yeah.
So they obviously live in a society where they all work together and money's not actually like a thing.
Yeah.
And so, but that's speaking, that's, from their perspective where they don't even know what money is. So,
Yeah, that's true. So
you can dive really deep. You can dive really deep into it, but I guess maybe we should talk in relevance to our own society because it kind of doesn't make sense to talk about money if it doesn't exist in those societies.
yeah, because if it doesn't exist, then I feel like it can't properly affect you with the lack of it because it doesn't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, no. I was gonna say something crazy, but
You're not gonna say it?
Oh no, it's something like sus.
Oh, all right.
But no, I won't.
All right. Good. So I guess like what we could sort of talk about is I guess what value does money provide us?
Okay, yeah, actually that's a good question. Wait, do you wanna answer it like first? Because you asked me like the first thing.
Oh, well, I
do
guess
do you have
I'll-
something to share or
Oh, actually, no, yeah, because I didn't address what my opinion was on money buying.
So just to make
So
sure you
does
get-
money buy happiness for me? like I said earlier, it buys opportunities for happiness, I believe. And yeah, that's what I kind of think. I think it creates those opportunities to be happy.
Yeah.
You can create opportunities not just for yourself, but like for your family, for your friends, and like a lot of people say, and I feel the same way as well, like making other people feel happy and giving others opportunities to do things in life creates a sense of happiness within yourself.
Yeah.
So on that note, it doesn't directly buy happiness, but it creates opportunities for happiness.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
Like
what I
it
think.
depends pretty much how you use it.
Yeah.
Because like, legit, just having 10 million in your bank account won't just make you happy. Like you
Yeah.
might be excited for like a second, right? Well, no, okay, maybe not a second, a bit more. Right? You'll be excited for a bit, but it's not just the actual fact that there's 10 million in my bank account. I'm happy. It's the opportunities that you buy with it and things like that. What it
Yeah,
provides you.
and that's exactly right. Yeah, I think it's the opportunities. That's what it is.
Yeah, because you can with that 10 million you get, right? You can go to the cas, you can play some blackjack hands, play some poker hands, pokies machine, lose it all. Are you happy? Probably not happy. So the money really didn't serve you.
No, that's right, and it took away your happiness.
Yeah, exactly. Bro, it robbed
Right.
you.
So, but yeah, on that note, is there anything you wanted to add to your previous point about money buying happiness? Is there anything else you'd like to add?
Now, see, well, it's kind of difficult. I was thinking of like adding just a quick point about.
You gonna say it?
No, I'll scratch it. No,
Actually, is that bad?
no, it's not bad. It's just like I kind of said it, so I'll just kind of scratch that one.
No. Okay. Well, so you brought up a point because we've got just a few guiding sort of notes here.
Yeah.
You brought up something about is comparison the thief of
Oh,
joy?
okay.
Yes. So if you'd like to,
I'll just quickly introduce it type thing. So there's I'm fairly sure you all would have seen this quote or heard it, especially like on Instagram, whatever. People like to say comparison is the thief of joy. Now, I agree with that. Okay, comparison is the thief of joy. So let's just say you get a pay rise. Now you're getting paid 20 an hour. You'll be very happy. But then you compare that with your coworker who's getting 45 an hour, and he got a pay rise from like 40 to 45 an hour. You're going to be much less happy. So I'm not going to disagree with that point. Comparison is a thief of joy, but I feel like it's necessary in a sense. So before I elaborate more, like, what do you think of it?
yeah, because I'd like to know what you mean by necessary.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Because like what is it? Yeah, what do you? Okay, I'll come back to that, but I think. Because it kind of does take away like your joy in life. Like if you're always constantly comparing yourself. I mean, it depends how you look at it though. If you compare yourself from the point of like, oh, look how shit I am because of this guy, then okay, sure. It's probably going to take your joy away a little bit, right?
Yeah.
But I think comparing yourself in a way that makes you motivated and makes you strive towards your goals and like, yeah, I want to be there, so I'm going to work my ass off, right? And along the way, if you do it consistently, if you do it correctly, if you continue with that motivation and get up and just do it, you'll feel happiness, you'll feel joy because you're accomplishing your goals. Because as humans, we need a purpose.
That's true.
We need
That's
a purpose in life. We need goals. It's quite literally, I know this is cliche, but it's quite literally about like the journey there.
Yeah.
Because realistically, once you hit that goal, it's like of course you're not going to stop there.
Yeah. You're going to establish
You make your first meal. All right, you get to 1 million, and we think now like, holy shit, $1 million. Imagine that. Fuck, I'd be like so damn happy. I would be so chill with that, right? But then you hit that and you go, what the fuck do I do now?
Yeah,
and
exactly.
that's a part of us as humans intrinsically. Like that's our nature.
Because whether you think you will act like that or not, that you will.
And that's it.
100%.
That's it. And I because I watched Alex Hormozzi's podcast, The Game, and He's somebody who has a net worth of over $100 million, right?
Yeah.
Which is fucking, that's insane,
Yeah,
right?
that's crazy.
And you'd think, oh my God, why would he have to work another day in his life? But bro's
Well,
like one of
he's
the
still-
hardest working people I've ever heard of.
Yeah, and with
Still.
what he has now, he's working harder than he ever has. At least that, like, he's stated. So it's pretty interesting to see that even like before he had all the wealth, obviously he was working very hard to achieve it. But
Yeah.
now with 100 million, he's working harder than ever to just keep going.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's funny.
And even just like, oh, sorry to interrupt, but just like a quick thing, right? Let's just say, I'm sure all of you out there, right? You said, oh, I'm gonna do 30 push-ups here, right? You hit that 30. You hit that 30 for like a few days in a row. That was very difficult for you. You don't just stop at 30. So let's just say 5 years down the line, you're not still doing 30 push-ups like a little bitch, right? You've upgraded to 50, 100. Well, maybe in 5 years you would hope you're a bit more than 50. Like shit. Like
Fucking
but, you know,
hopefully.
so. You know, it's as Joe said, right? It's just intrinsic. So it relates to pretty much everything.
But like you just said, it's kind of funny that you said, oh, you'd hope that you'd be at that point because you've seen other people hit like hundreds of push-ups, right? And you're like, fucking hell, like, oh, in 5 years I have to be here.
Yeah,
There's
so
no
it
way.
goes-
There's
yeah.
no way. I could be only doing 50 push-ups because this guy's been training for fucking 5 years. He looks like a beast. He'd be doing hundreds of push-ups. You know what I mean? So you've already got that in your mind. Like, so that's just naturally we compare ourselves, and that's just how it is, right?
Yeah.
That's just kind of like you need to maybe just people need to like sort of force themselves out of that mindset. in a
The-
sense.
And right, what do you think with like this, right? Because Jordan Peterson, right? As I don't know if you can see it on frame, but we got a Jordan Peterson book here. First time seeing us, we love Jordan Peterson, right? He said, "Don't compare yourself to others. Compare yourself to who you were yesterday." So what do you think about that, Joe? Okay, as unbiased as you can, right? Ignore that it came from Jordan Peterson. Like, do you think you should just compare yourself to who you were, or do you think it's necessary to compare yourself to like?
I think it goes sort of like it goes both ways because like you know I'll put this. It's kind of hard to like set your own goals and stuff if without a point of comparison
Yeah.
to somebody else. And so yes, like it's good to like I 100% agree with that quote by the way. Like you know, compare yourself, compare what was it? Compare
yourself to who you
you
were
were yesterday. Yeah. So 100% I agree with that. Definitely. But I also think that comparison to because obviously you don't know your future self, right? You don't know what you're going to be like,
Yeah.
right? You're not going to say, oh yeah, look, I'm going to be this buff if I go to the gym in a year, right?
Yeah.
Because you don't know what you're going to look like, right? So you have to sort of compare yourself to somebody else.
True.
Like in order to have some sort of direction of where you want to end up being, you know, at this point,
Yeah.
right? So you got to see something. You got to be like, wow, I want to be like that. I want to be like that person.
Yeah.
So if you use it in a positive, if it's an upwards comparison, meaning a positive comparison, like something that boosts you up, go right for it.
Okay.
But I think comparing yourself in a way that's like, oh shit, I'm not here, you know, that I'm not there, oh that fucking sucks, you know, look how big he is, look how skinny I am, like that's not the way to look at it. Unless you flip it and you use it as a booster of your motivation
Yeah.
to strive towards that thing.
Damn. I agree with that.
Yeah.
The only because just even speaking from like my own experience, I feel like there's a fine line because you can't rely too heavily upon because I don't want to put limits on myself, right? But like you can't just completely put your all your mental thing onto someone else as a comparison,
Right.
because then it might be like genuinely unrealistic. You know what I mean?
Wait, okay.
So, okay, no, hold on, so I'm trying to like articulate this better.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you don't just like there's a fine line, so you got to be able to compare yourself to who you were, but also keeping in mind where you want to be, like with someone else, right? But I feel like, yeah, you can't just place all that importance on I have to be there, I have to be there, I have to be there, because you might, like, I don't know, you might overwork yourself and over stress yourself. Because while it's great to achieve that and, you know, really push for it, it might actually kind of like tear you down a bit and like kind of make you really unhappy. Because if you become obsessed with it, it is good because you're working towards that. But is there a point where it's like, no, you got to really just think, okay, if it takes a bit longer or something like that?
I mean, you
I
have to
don't know.
you have to be realistic. You have to be realistic, of course. You have to be like, well, you know, you can't set your expectations. It kind of contradicts what my headspace is, because
You
it's
know,
like
'cause
you
I was
can't,
trying to like, it's hard. It's
because like I think, yeah, like shoot for the stars, right? Obviously, go as far as you can with things and try and get to somewhere where you know you think you'd be able to achieve, and that should be the highest point of your imagination, right?
Yep.
But you also have to be realistic, and you also have to understand that things do take time, and it's kind of hard to come to terms with, because, you know, we're told, you know, shit, you could die tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
We could die tomorrow, not rich.
damn.
We could right. we could be in our exact same spot, this exact same spot, and, you know, I mean, touch wood, by the way, touch wood.
Yeah,
You know,
touch wood. Yeah, yeah.
shit, man. But
Some real wood right here.
yeah,
Oak wood.
Yeah. Are you gonna say something else for a minute?
Real wood.
Hey, touch wood.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Touch mine.
Good to be back.
Oh man, love it.
Wait, you love wood or you love the podcast?
Both.
Both. All right, yeah, fair. I was going to agree with you on that too, but
Yeah.
what were we talking about? Oh my god! Did Matthew Comanche go to charcoal chicken? I think he
Do you
did.
know who this is?
This is Chris. I won't say his last name just for the
is it?
live, but
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
yeah. I don't know if people heard that in the mic, but
You know what?
Gliso.
Maybe.
Gliso.
Who knows?
Yeah, I reckon. I saw him there too. But Lil Hero Jet Ski has been an OG follower of us for a while. Some could say a little too.
Oh yeah, the incident.
Shall I explain the incident real quick?
this could be explained,
so
go.
basically, Lil Hero.
Oh no, bro, not that incident. No,
Not that one, not that one, not that one.
No.
Not that one. The one where you printed all three of our faces in like a photo on a t-shirt. Paid money for it, by the way. Like I'm sure that wasn't cheap. Can you give us a number?
Yeah, actually, yeah, we want to know.
We want to know how much it costs, actually.
Hold on, I want to show the people which photo. Hold on, just let me like quickly get it up here. Because it's one of our Instagram posts. He screenshotted it, put it on a shirt. Was it like a shirt, like a hoodie? I don't even know, but
I've got no idea. It was something, and scared me a little bit. I'm not gonna lie.
200. Okay, hold on. Let me. I don't know how well I can see this. Hold on. Once you're done doing that, show on what it looks like. Oh no, because just I'll just see how it like looks.
Oh yeah, give me one
Yeah, no,
second.
it's
I just noticed that the episode is still called the same thing from the last one for some reason. So that's what it couldn't update. I see.
We see now.
Okay, I'm. Okay, oh wait,
Alright,
that's
okay.
okay. Just I think it's not working, but it's okay. I'll do it. I'll do it. Yeah, that photo right there. He put on a t-shirt, and he like with that photo on there, and was I don't know, was it on a Snapchat story or something?
Yeah, something like that.
And just had our heads on there. You know, I appreciate the enthusiasm, and you know, I don't know about the intent. I was going to say and the intent behind it, but I'm not sure about the intent.
It might have been like
Who knows?
malicious, malevolent.
Who knows?
You know?
But he says it's $200.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's pretty
So,
insane. I don't know if I
appreciate
believe that. But
Thank you.
yeah, fucking hell. A little bit creepy, but you know
But
what?
you know, we appreciate the support.
But you know, hey,
no matter
look.
what form it comes in. Just
But
you know what? There's no such thing as bad publicity. All right, so let's just say.
yeah, exactly. I was going to say, you know, like
people saw the show and were like, "Damn, that looks like a shit podcast."
I heard something from Andrew Tate the other day
Oh yeah.
about how you know, of course when you you know, if you think you're going to become famous without the same forces,
Yeah,
yeah,
I saw that. As well.
so the force for what was it? Something about the forces of you like pushing to fame, right? Like the positivity, there's also the same amount of forces on the negative side.
Yeah.
So there's going to be as many fans as you got, there'll be the same amount of haters, right?
Is it which law is it? It's Newton's law. Every force has an equal opposite force, or something like that.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go hand in hand. What would you...
Joseph _J22 says, is there? Oh, we got a follow.
Yo.
Very nice. Who's that? That's R _ way 5. Thanks for the follow, man. Sorry. Let me continue with
Thank you for
we'll continue with Joseph's question. Is there more merch dropping anytime? Do you have any other way we can support the stream?
So
maybe I should set up my PayPal after this or something.
yeah. So there's definitely a way you can help support the stream.
And thanks for the flow,
yeah,
Joseph.
thank you.
Thanks, bro.
One of the best
killer.
ways is to send money directly to me
Yeah.
and Joe.
I'll give you I'll DM you my BSB account number.
Yep.
And yeah, there you go.
It's really it, to be honest.
Killer.
And,
And
you know what? Dropping merch would be good one day.
R
Maybe.
_ way. Thank you for joining, man. I appreciate it, and thank you for the follow.
Yeah.
Means a lot,
See, bro's doing a week.
especially since we haven't been here for like months. So yeah.
He said drop the combank. For best believe I'm dropping it, best believe.
And also, thanks Joseph for joining, man.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Been a while. It's been a while since I've seen you, man, but it's good to hear from you either way. Yeah. So Joe, we're walking over now. Can you answer Joseph's question?
Oh hell no! Is that we answered it?
No,
we
it's
answered
done.
it. Okay,
It's done. It's done. We're inbound, Mr. Mediani. No.
See, this is the same guy that bought the shirt. All right, we don't know what his intentions are. See how malicious this is?
Huh? Yeah.
Glad to see you boys got the stream up and running again. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
thank you. Like,
Yeah,
it's good to see.
It's good to be back, man. And you know,
Makes me
next time we're
happy.
gonna have Joseph. Not Joseph.
Not Joe. You're not going back on it. You're like,
Piss off, mate. No. Matthew, come back on again.
And we'll get some like guests. Oh, yes. don't read that.
Huh?
Don't read that one.
It's on the screen though.
Oh
It's
shit.
on the
Okay, never mind.
It doesn't matter. It's only the boys in here, sure. Oh, and R _ way. Bro, who, for all we know, he could be like a
R_way is a real
pedophile,
one.
man. I don't know.
Real one.
He is?
Yeah.
You know him? Oh. He's a real pedophile. That's what he is. No. No, we're not accusing here. No accusations. They're pretty serious accusations. So let's keep it. Yeah, keep it. So Joseph, the topic is, does money buy happiness? That's pretty much it. Yes,
we've
gone
got
off.
sidetracked.
Yeah, we got a bit sidetracked, from all the lovely comments from you guys. But
yeah.
let's go into what you actually know. I'll let you say this because you found this quote. It's Kanye's one.
Oh, okay. So, well, I just wanted to get some perspectives of what some famous people, right, think of this. Like, can money buy happiness? Kanye said on the song "Good Life" back in 2007, said, "Whether you broke or rich, you gotta get this. Having money's the everything. Not having it is."
So we were discussing this before, and we couldn't really get our heads wrapped around it because we're kind of, we're a bit. Jeez, I was about to say.
Yeah, I know what you're about to say. Yeah,
we're
a bit.
We're a bit intellectually incapable.
That's the one. Yes.
So yes, that's I was gonna use, yeah, for sure. Doesn't start with an R.
Hey guys, come on.
So we're trying to get our heads wrapped around it, and it was funny because I need to read it again because I kind of
because it's a bit of a weird quote.
Whether you broke or rich, you got to get this. Having money's the everything. Not having it is. So having money's everything. Not having. Oh, so you got to read it in a certain way. You
It has to. It's like
having money's the everything. The everything not having is.
Yeah. So pretty much, he's saying that he's putting heavy importance on money. Then, right? Is that how you interpret it?
Yeah.
Well, he's putting like heavy.
It's pretty much about like. Obviously, you think about all the things that come with money, right?
Yeah.
You not having money,
Hey.
you don't have any of that.
Exactly, because that's what the whole song's about, right? The song's called "Good Life," and he's rapping about
good life.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Yeah,
right? And the whole song is him talking about his good life that he achieved through money. He talks about cars. He talks about models. I think he talks about like jets or something. Like that. Yeah. So,
but it's a counter product. It's a not counter product. It's a byproduct of him like working and pursuing his dreams.
Yeah. Exactly.
So, yeah.
5 beats a day for 3 summers.
Actually, we can talk about Kanye for a minute because he did not compare himself to anybody above, did he?
Oh, I'm sorry. Could you say that again? I was just
when we were talking about the comparing thing.
Yep.
He thought he was the top shit the whole way.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, he never compared himself to anyone.
Yeah. He just maybe. I mean, we don't really know.
Well,
but from what the documentary that we watched, I think it was like, what was it?
Genius.
Yeah, I was about to say Jesus.
Jesus. Yeah, just watched the Jesus documentary.
It's just Kanye in there. Yeah, no. We watched Genius and on Netflix, and. That was very interesting because he always thought he was the top.
That's a good point that you brought up. I didn't actually think about that. Yeah, he didn't. Yeah, once again, as he said, like we don't know obviously his deep mind what he was thinking, but yeah, he didn't really compare. He kind of just found brothers in the industry. Like he found Jay-Z as his mentor, but he didn't compare himself to Jay-Z. He just
looked at him as his mentor rather than like somebody he had to become.
Yeah, because he knew Kanye was the best, and like look at him now, he became even more
he already
famous
knew
Jay-Z.
he already knew that he was going to be like rich,
and
famous because of what he thought his capabilities were.
Yeah.
We've talked about Kanye quite a bit on this podcast, and we talked about whether he's genius or crazy. And we sort of said maybe a bit of both because he's kind of you have to be crazy to be a genius.
Exactly, I like that point. Yeah, that's
which
true.
is pretty. But yeah.
Then in the chat, Mr. Professor 11 said, "What's a reason for how it doesn't buy happiness? For real, can't name any."
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait. So are you saying, what's a reason for how it doesn't buy happiness? Okay. So I don't think. It creates the opportunities, like I think I said a bit earlier. It creates the opportunities to be happy, but it doesn't directly buy happiness.
Yeah.
So that would be like my only reason for how it doesn't buy happiness, because it doesn't instantly buy happiness. It creates. You can buy things that make you happy, but it doesn't, that, or the opportunities that can create happiness.
Exactly, because with the money, you still have to be in like the right mind frame and mindset to kind of be happy from whatever you do with it. If that makes sense. It makes sense. Because if your mental's all messed up and you get the money and you like still buy things, it won't always make you happy. Like even I think Kendrick Lamar, I could be wrong, but I'm fairly sure Kendrick Lamar spoke about it. Whereas like at a certain point, like money just wasn't making him happy or anything like that. Like
Yeah.
he had swimming pools he never swam in, houses he never lived in, just like things like that, right? So, man, and then okay, hold on. Miss Professor said, "Man, I'd rather be depressed in a Hellcat than depressed in a tin box." Yeah, see, right? Okay, no, that's a good point, right? Because yeah, that's like the like the argument against it. Because what we're both saying though, right? We think money like indirectly buys happy. Because you weren't here for this part, Mr. Professor, right? But what we both kind of established is that lack of money brings unhappiness. So I'm sure you can agree with that. Like if you don't have money, yeah.
It also very much, I think it very much depends on what you do with the money, rather than the simple fact of, yeah, you got money, all right, now you're happy. Like it's more about what you're actually doing. Like if it depends on the things that bring you happiness. If donating to charities, if giving back to people that helped you along the way brings you happiness, then like if you use it in that way, then sure, it can create the opportunity to buy happiness, to create the opportunity to feel happy.
I agree with that.
Yeah. So, what does he say? I feel okay. So, okay, Mr. Professor said, I feel like.
I like the way he worded it. That's amazing.
I feel like it's pretty rare when money doesn't buy happiness. Can only think of it if you were to do some heinous acts to get it.
Yeah, that's the reinstalled Twitch to be here. Oh, bro, thank you once again, Molly, as well, for showing up. Thank you.
Who's this?
That is Thomas.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Another one. Yeah, no, so that's another good point.
That's
because I feel like, yeah, if you did some absolute heinous acts to get your money, then sometimes it like might not even be like worth it in that case.
Yeah, exactly.
You had to like murder family of 6.
Yeah.
Yeah, to get your money, I'm sure like you would be like,
it's like a Matrix moment just there. So
Yeah,
we both just a notification popped up on his phone, and we just both went. Like, so okay. So Joseph says, depends on what you want to use it for. Can't buy you a family, real friends, a loving wife. It's true. It's true. Yeah, and yeah, that's like the point that I like that I was talking about before. With we don't. It really depends on. God damn it! It really depends on what you use the money for. If you're using it towards things that create happiness, yeah. So it all leads back to it being able to create opportunities for you to be happy.
John Houston.
I don't know.
Oh, so by the way, the topic is, can money buy happiness?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
People that
or does
joined.
yeah.
So.
Can you guys not see the title of the stream, or is that, or am I tripping? It's like I don't know.
Also, I can't find out who John Houston is, but I don't.
Check the chat.
Yeah, no,
they blocked.
That's funny as hell.
They blocked it. They blocked.
Aussie Destroyer. Oh, is that who I think it is?
We can see it. What does that mean?
We can see it. No, you can see the title. It is. Thank you. All right, thank you, Aussie Destroyer, for showing up.
Mr. Professor.
I know exactly who you are. Appreciate it.
Who is it?
It is.
Oh,
yeah.
Yo. We had. Oh no, we didn't. No, I'm thinking Senaru. So we had Senaru on the podcast, but we need him in the chat right now.
Man, that was like that was like one of the OG episodes.
Yeah, I know. That was so good, that episode, the one on love, and he full like researched it and everything.
Yeah, bro, he was more
crazy.
professional than us. I'm gonna be real. Like he showed up better.
Man.
He outdressed us.
Yeah.
He smart. Like, yeah, he just.
Hey, well, I don't know if you addressed me, but hey, I mean, come on, man.
You know what I'm saying?
No, okay. Mr. Professor says, I don't know how people don't know the topic.
Roast this shit, okay?
Muzzy says, money can only buy temporary happiness. What do you think about that? Money can only buy temporary happiness.
Oh, okay. Actually, that's a very good point. Yes, it can, because I feel like true. I mean,
Still happiness
I feel
nonetheless,
like it only buys temporary, because true happiness, I feel like, comes from
within.
Exactly, right? Within type thing. And like, especially as cliche as this is, it's like a loved one. And once again, you can't buy a loved one. I mean, you can, but
You
that's
can
a bit
buy
illegal.
a loving one,
It's
but
a bit,
you can buy
bit illegal and things like that, right? And I'm sure they won't love you back. So it's like, but yeah, no. So I,
I
feel
mean,
like
they're
it is only
loved because
temporary.
you love them,
Yeah,
but
you
it's
love
not
them, but it's
transaction.
so.
I guess it makes sense. Oh my god, there's so many.
Yo. You were like your Hellcat for 5 years. Up, that's irrelevant. Get an LN 106 Hilux, mate. Happy for life.
Right. I saw your Insta story, man. Like, yeah, you got like, did you just get a new car? Was it, or did you just put like a new tray on the back or something? So I've seen. Okay, wait. So we got to go back a little bit.
Yeah. Read the big one.
Wait, no, there's more. There's more. Muzzy says you like your Hellcat for 5 years. After that, it's irrelevant. Okay, I could see that being applied to other things, but I feel like if I had a Hellcat, I don't know. I mean, no, but you won't like it forever if you're always driving it.
Yeah, true. Oh,
you'll move on to the next thing.
yeah, true.
A lot of people do, and that's why people have like 36 cars. Like
yeah, good point. Cause
like supercars, these all these rich people. Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, maybe it depends on the thing, I guess. It really does, because if you really, really, really love something, then that's it. It's not really temporary, is it?
But then I feel like you can't with like money. I feel like it just has to be pretty much a person, to be honest.
Yeah,
also,
that's true.
Aussie Destroyer brought up a very, very valid point.
Bro thinks I'm a... That's what I saw.
Okay, no, that's not the valid point he brought up. Okay, but we'll get to that point in a second. I'm gonna read out.
Okay. Okay. Luhio jet ski. Oh, I'm going to read you guys a full story here. So that he's put in the thing. Okay. I think really at the end of the day, man, if you're getting 2 smokers a day, you're living life. Sometimes I get 1, but 2's like unreal. I think if you can get into a punch on in the weekend and train jiu-jitsu part-time to unlock your inner Hindu berry picking mindset, this will unleash your inner loving self and you'll be able to venture forth into life, into your inner shaman.
Damn.
Holy
he has a point there. Yeah.
He's definitely speaking from personal experience.
That's way too specific.
If you're training part-time jiu-jitsu, man, good on you, man. Like, that's respect. Hella respect.
Also,
I agree. I actually, as ridiculous as that, like, paragraph may seem, it's kind of
it's actually like a good point. Like, it's good.
And each individual person finds happiness in different things. Like, somebody might be fucking really happy all the time if they get 2 smokers a day instead of 1. like our friend Chrissy. Okay, so
he brought up another valid point.
Okay, yeah, there's a couple here. So
valid point.
Posse_destroyer says,
okay, he said, nah, but with happiness, you always reach a new standard, and if you plateau, then you eventually start to feel unhappy again. Yeah, see, and that's facts, because once again, I don't think you were here for when we were like discussing that, but what you said is like perfect, hit the nail on the head. Yeah, it's true, because you're always gonna have a standard set, and then once you reach it, you don't just put like you could just fall off and then you become unhappy though. Because if you hit that standard and then don't strive for more, you become a bum. Like, let's be real. But yeah, if you set that new standard, then good. And then the next point. I'll let you read the next point. That's like
because I was just gonna. I was just gonna add on to that and just say,
of
like,
course.
well, I guess my quick opinion, like, and just say, yeah, because I agree with that because at some point you probably will plateau.
Yeah.
And I guess it kind of goes back to the point where if you're always like comparing yourself, you're never happy. You're kind of always on a plateau. You're never on
Yeah,
like,
good point.
you know what I mean? You're kind of always on that, in that stage where you're like, fuck, I could be better, right?
Yeah.
So is it really like good to continue comparing yourself? But yeah, anyway, that's another thing. But I just want to just quickly, let Muzzy's comment come to light for a sec.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe money makes happiness easier to come by.
And I'm pretty sure that's like pretty much what you were saying then, right?
Yeah, it makes
like
it creates
unlocks
opportunities. Yeah, it's opportunity. That's what it is. It creates opportunity. Yeah.
Actual.
No,
Okay, don't read that one yet. Don't read that one yet.
Okay, so
this is a very
Jose
interesting
Destroyer
comment.
says, nah, but the love of money is cultural. Like hippies can be broke and still be happy.
See, that's interesting because, yeah, like I feel like in especially in countries like America and Australia, like especially, you're kind of just by default, you're just meant to love money. Like it's just how it is. You're just meant to love money, you want to get it.
Yeah.
But in places where money's harder to get by, and in more like community knit countries, money isn't like really the end goal. It's kind of just, you're happy with your little community. You be dancing all day, right? You get, let's say you get enough food for a week, man, you'll be ecstatic.
Okay.
You get like food for a week here, and you're like, okay.
Yeah. Well, to sort of chime in on that.
Yep.
Of course, you can find happiness in other things too.
Yeah.
But that doesn't take away from the point of money buying happiness. Because you can find happiness in things, like in other things. Other things can buy you happiness.
Yeah.
Or other things can bring on happiness, I'll say. And one of those things is money. But I'm not saying that you can't get happiness from anything else.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah.
In kind of in that sense, like, yeah. But yeah, I think, yeah. All right, let's go on to the next one. All right, Joseph says, mate, I get 130-minute smoko for an 8-hour shift, 6:30 to 2:30 p.m. 6:30 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. Just talking to the old blokes and eating the meal prep, mate. Lucky to get two. You must be with the union, mate.
Bro, never sign up to the union. All right, union the ops.
Fuck the union, bro.
Fuck the union.
Bro, I remember I was like paying like. Oh, I still am actually.
Bro's locked in the union.
I am in the union. Bro, $7 a fucking week, mate.
Yeah, legit.
Jeez. Okay. Vincent, he's joined.
Vincent, I love you.
Thank you, Vincent, for joining, man. No, I love you, brother. I love you. Muzzy says, also don't forget we live in a late capitalist society. Money is literally the thing that makes or breaks our lives. We also are treated differently depending on our income and lifestyles.
Yeah, that's absolute facts. Because based on where like you are, money probably that would change whether you can buy happiness with money.
But you know what he said with the last bit?
Yeah.
We also are treated differently. We also are treated differently depending on our income and lifestyles. Well, I think that's a reflection of your performance in life.
You're saying your performance leads to how you get perceived.
You get what you put in. People, I've talked about this previously, but people complain that they're at the bottom, right? And yes, there are some people who, daddy's money, so they're like rich, right?
Trust babies,
right?
Trust fund babies.
But a lot of them, you'd probably be surprised by the amount, are like a lot more, have worked for that. They've put in a lot more work, right?
So the comments.
They've put in a lot more work than you have. And if you think you're doing enough, you're probably not.
Yeah, that's exactly.
So
a winner puts in work and thinks he hasn't done enough. A loser works and then thinks he's done.
Very true. Right, so yeah, late capitalist. So yeah, so like, So you saying that, I mean, for some people it's great to like leave society's norms and try and like, like hippie style, try and go off and like, be happy with nature and the people around you and stuff. But it's a very interesting topic. It's a very interesting sort of subtopic.
Yeah.
Kind of like a form of escapism in a sense. Like it's
Yeah, that's true.
in somewhat of a sense, like you're still living your regular life, but
Yeah.
you're sort of escaping society's depiction of what your life should be like. To go on, yeah, right?
Yeah,
like to go and live, another life. But, there's no right or wrong. You want to live your life how you want to live it. That's completely up to you. I don't say anything about that.
Yeah, exactly.
Unless it's harming me, different story. But, it's so...
Yeah, because, I know you and I, Joe, we're going to live our lives hustling for money. Like, I'm not going to just try and be as happy as I can with my current thing without money. I'm going to obviously try and earn as much as I can. So,
yeah.
That's just how we're going to live.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
that's it. And that's our choice, That's our depiction of what we think we'll be happy with,
Yeah, exactly.
And to be fair, we probably won't. We'll probably be there and we'll be like, you know what, I want to get more.
No, yeah.
What?
No, but like another thing I'd just like to say though, I don't know if being happy is actually like should be an end result type thing. Like, should you actually strive toward, as depressing as it sounds, should you actually strive towards being happy? Because I don't know if you should. Like, because right, if you strive for being happy, you're gonna do drugs, right? You're gonna be a degenerate. You're gonna chase a hedonistic lifestyle because that's what brings like
happy. But happiness doesn't come from hedonism.
Oh, but I feel like in a sense, it kind of.
It doesn't.
Well, okay, maybe not hedon. Okay, maybe hedonism was.
Okay, it doesn't. I think chasing things for now doesn't bring you happiness. It doesn't. It doesn't bring you happiness because the second you get out of that thing that's right now, you're not happy.
Yeah.
But you're saying like instant temporary happiness.
Yeah,
you're saying?
Like that's I'm saying.
That's what you're getting at.
To, like drugs and stuff like that because obviously
because you're chasing that good feeling.
Like that would obviously make you happy. Like you feel good. So I don't know. Like, is happiness actually should happiness be like an end result? Because are we meant to really be happy? Because I feel like one thing, I'm not saying this from a place of sadness or depression. I'm just saying, like, I don't know if we're here to just try and be happy, like live life, whatever.
People too caught up and
to be it should just be to like honor your family, like honor your bloodline type thing.
Serve your purpose, serve your role.
Serve your purpose. Yeah.
We all got a purpose here, right?
So you just do it regardless. Like it doesn't matter if you're happy.
It doesn't matter. Yeah, that's exactly
right. Wake up
right.
sad, wake up happy. Just do it.
Like for example, you got kids, but you're not happy with your life. But now that you're a parent, you have a purpose. You have a role as a role model in their life.
Yeah.
To be a good parent, to raise them right, to because it's not everything's about you.
Exactly.
Not everything's about your fucking life.
Oh.
So, but yeah, actually, I want to just quickly because we've got like maybe 5 or so minutes left.
Yeah. Also, _way. Okay, I didn't realize it was you. Thank you. Yes, that's sick.
Okay, Joseph just says, nah, trade union and retail union are heaps different. Coles, Deli, the past life. The Coles money did buy you happiness. Did buy happiness. Yeah.
Yeah, Vince.
Okay, Vince says money can buy happiness, but it's not a requirement to happiness. Why do you see documentaries of African tribes and villages dancing and smiling more than most people here?
Yes, and exactly. That's the.
We discussed this earlier about how if money doesn't exist, or in societies where money doesn't exist, there are people happy. They go out, they hunt, they bring food home, and they dance, they have a celebration. Yeah. And I'm not just getting this from nowhere, by the way. I watched a podcast with this guy went to like an off-grid island with like this tribe and lived like there for like a week. And he described like his experience there. And pretty much he said everyone's happy. There's no depressed people. killing yourself is not even a concept there.
Yeah, I said
Suicide's not a
depression
thing.
wouldn't even be a thing, like a concept.
No.
So if it's not a concept, then you kind of can't feel it.
It's very
you know
true.
what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, Muzzy says it's generally crazy that being happy with a low income is outside the norm. Very true.
Yeah.
Josephus, Joe, when you got the YZ85, this is a motorbike that I had. Did money bring you happiness? Because now it's like relating straight back to me. I was happy for a bit, and then I found other things more interesting. So it kind of that that instant. I think it's not happiness. I don't know.
Yeah.
But the thing is, it depends on what you constitute as happiness. Like, do you say that happiness is something that lasts forever, or is it just a pleasant experience? If it's just for now. Like, is that happiness? Is that really happiness? Like something that you feel for like a short amount of time and then it fades away? Is that happiness? Like, could you say that you're happy for a period of time?
Period of time. Oh, yeah. See, I don't know. Like it's.
But yeah, I would definitely say like I was happy at that point. With the motorbike and just anything really that you buy new. Like, of course you're like happy because you want it, right? You bought it with your money.
Yeah.
Right? So of course you're gonna be happy about it. But yeah, it brought me happiness for a bit because it allowed me to have like good experiences. Ride around on your property with the YZ before fucking stacking it and hairline fracturing my elbow. But got me out of exams though, so that made me happy. But
okay,
yeah,
indirect
exactly.
happiness.
Yeah, exactly. It brought me happiness technically, but
what a random question. Oh, is that okay? Wait, yeah. Okay, I'm missing this. Yeah, okay.
I'm not gonna read it. That's the one about Vince, by the way. That's the one that I'm like laughing about.
You're gonna have to explain that one to me later.
Yeah.
Just from the context, I roughly think I understand.
All the school things are coming back now.
Yeah,
I forget.
Because, in the chat, do you know R_way? You know R_way? That's
Yeah.
Ryan. It's a full reunion. That's why.
Oh my god, this is a full school reunion right now. We've got 10 viewers in here.
Bro, it's sick. We got the whole cohort.
This is killer. This is killer.
We got
How come we don't have this many on like the other podcasts? But then when we start promoting it like 10 minutes or like an hour before,
yeah,
we got everyone coming on.
Man, like why is it like this?
I don't know, man. But
Sorry.
Oh, Chris says, Ryan, is that you? It is.
Muzzy's comment. This is crazy.
Well, I'm still going down, bro. Find happiness with the process, not the outcome, says Ryan.
Joseph, thank you.
Joseph says, oh, by the way, yes, that's true. With the process, be happy with.
Oh yeah.
Be happy with becoming, not what you become.
Oh, pause.
Yeah. I think I can just leave it at that. Becoming, not what you've become, or what you'll become.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
That is very true. Couple hours of fun. That motorbike, the motorbike ride it was fun, man. It was good. It's good while it lasted, but on to new things. I'm gonna scroll down to what you're laughing at.
I love how he said 5 seconds.
No, I was like Chris said, just above that comment.
Yeah.
No, I have to tell you. After.
You have to tell me later.
All right. Pornhub Premium gives me 5 seconds of pure ecstasy.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
That is so.
Okay,
yeah.
The act is not amazing, but the comment is
I'm not
fantastic.
going to confirm or deny because.
Yeah. Understand. So when's the next stream? Okay.
Well,
I don't want to.
Yeah, that's right. Yep.
I don't want to set this in stone, okay? Because it's getting very busy. I got exams and things like that soon, but I'll probably say within the next 2 weeks. I don't have a specific date. We'll let you all know on like socials and stuff like that. But I would say within the next 2 weeks.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
so.
I mean,
It's, like,
look,
safe to
look,
say.
yeah. I mean, that's
We want to
I would
return.
say
We're having fun here.
This is
So,
good.
man, it's great.
And I think this is more of something like rather than we're trying to get somewhere with the podcast. I think it's more about like something that we can look back on when we're older with like
That's the
families.
thing.
We were talking about this the other day, and like we'll look back on this and be like, "Damn!" Like we can show our kids this this stuff because it's online, right?
Yeah,
I mean, I'm sure YouTube will still be a thing,
100%.
right? So like, when we have our kids of our own, we can show them like these videos, and even just us, like mucking around when we're like older. We can just like look back at these episodes and just say, "Wow, these are the kind of conversations we had when we were like kids."
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And then just to like get wholesome as well, right? As he said, we're not like really trying to get anywhere. Obviously, that'll be great, but right, we're not trying to get anywhere too crazy with it. But just these interactions that we're having with the chat right now with you all, like, man, it's fun. It's a good time,
man.
bro.
It's so
fun.
good. Like this is great. Like having everyone here and like people that we haven't spoken to for a minute.
Yeah.
It's just good. It's a way that like everybody comes together, shares their opinion and like perspective on things, and it's just it's something that you could say this kind of brings somewhat happiness in a sense, like bringing people together, community. Yeah, that's like one thing
that can't be bought.
That can't
I
be
mean,
bought.
it can like artificially be bought, but I feel like it can't.
I mean, you can buy followers on Instagram and
Yeah,
shit,
like, you know
but
what I mean?
that's not.
Exactly.
And you can buy followers, but that's gonna bring you, temporary. But yeah. So okay, yeah. So, Vince says, does using money to seek happiness make people happy?
See, okay, I feel like no, because if you're seeking happiness, you're probably gonna follow a path of hedonism and probably buy drugs. Like I know drugs are a bit extreme, but I feel like that's actually just what it kind of leads to. Like, I'm not saying it doesn't have to be heavy drugs like meth and stuff like that, but indulge in a little cough syrup occasional, and so
Yeah, exactly.
something like that. And then okay. Posy Destroyer said, can't wait for the next stream in 6 months. No, that's
Shit, bro,
next stream,
That's
hopefully, bro, 2 weeks.
Yeah, okay. We'll say that's being. I feel like it's a little optimistic, but we'll try to. Every now and then, but it's also good to come back and like after a little bit and just. Okay, so all right, we're gonna go to the next thing. So. Joseph says, surely push the 5 seconds to at least a minute and a half, mate. Okay. I'm gonna answer Chris's question.
We don't know.
Who the fuck is John Huston?
I searched him up and it autocorrects to John Huston, and I'm assuming that's not who you mean. And it's a movie creator, like I think it's a director.
You know what? I don't know anybody called John Huston. So unless you you changed your name, then oh no, we won't be having John Huston on the podcast. All right, so, oh yeah, Joseph says invested in the Twitch setup, gotta use it.
That's true.
That's very true. Hey, look, we got this from IKEA. Was it IKEA? Yeah, we got this from IKEA.
Yeah, good old IKEA.
And yeah, it's a great poster. But yeah, this is. I mean, yeah, we invested quite a bit in the microphones and stuff. That was a bit. So, but yeah, most of the stuff we kind of already had, but it's good.
Then Muzzy, as a response to Joseph, said 5 seconds is all I can muster, mate.
I like the word muster. That's beautiful. They need Vince says they need a brand deal with 1.2 real estate. Shout out to 1.2 real estate.
Shout out to 1.2 real estate. I don't know what that is, but shout out.
All right, so we've probably just got to finish off the episode here.
Yeah. Second.
The Cumberland incident. Oh dear. Is there a behind the scenes showing it off?
See, it's funny we're talking about that. We were talking about that just before. I think not that like we're gonna make like vlogs or anything like that, right? Not anything like that. But if, like you said, just a behind the scenes things like that, I think would be very interesting. I thought we would actually do that.
Yeah, because we're talking about like kind of just for our own personal stuff, not to release, just like film like stuff of just us like talking. Just set up thing like a camera or something, and just as we're talking, and like just have kind of like a documentary of some sort, like of our lives and where we go in our journey, so we can look back and be like, wow, like this is where we were at before.
Crazy.
It's pretty cool. Like, yeah, it's like like what it reminds me of, like the photo, like the they have like a kid and it's like a photo of them every day for like 20 years.
Yeah, that's true.
And then it like
Those videos are
shows,
crazy.
it's like, and like how their like face develops and like everything just starts and maybe the scenery in the background changes and they grow facial hair, and it's just really crazy because we don't really think about where we are like 1 year ago, 2 years ago, 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Like my girlfriend will mention to me like, damn, like where we were, like shit, just think about like we were just strangers like a year ago, or and it's just funny to think back on that because like, wow,
where
like,
you are now, like
shit.
it's actually crazy to think. Yeah.
And like how relationships develop and with people and new people, like you don't even know this person 6 months ago, now he's your best mate. Like it's and you know them like almost intricately.
Yeah, like it's crazy how that just works because it just does. Like, it's
and that's just how it is. And that's the beauty of humanity, I guess, right?
money can't buy that,
No,
ladies and gentlemen.
that's right.
Cannot.
It's a good point. Yeah. So, oh yeah. Actually, that's good that you Actually, yeah. By the way, yes. Going back to the question,
Oh, yeah.
will there be behind the scenes? Yeah, I think we should like do. That's a good idea. I think we should do things about like behind the scenes. Maybe like a couple of vlogs, like mucking around, like just trying to, like organize episodes and maybe showing off like the setup and stuff. But yeah, I think for now it'll be like this, and then if we continue with the podcast and go consistently, then yeah, we'll definitely be considering that. I think
so.
Now, are you boys involved in the short film? Is that for uni? Yeah. So
That's just him, by the way.
yeah. So that's just me with that one. So me and Matthew, because we study the same thing, it's a part of our like final year production, our big creative production. And it's a short film. I'm not going to obviously reveal too much, but it's called The Distance Between Us. And we are trying to get it shown at the Fluria Film Festival. It's like the Fluria Peninsula Film Festival. And yeah, it's I don't want to like say anything about it because nothing's completely finalized yet. So, but yeah, we're working on something, and I'm the digital media guy promoting it all. So you can follow the Instagram account. I'll actually leave it in the thing for you guys.
And all I'm saying is, once again, I'm not going to reveal anything either, right? But Joe was showing me some like material, some that they were working on before as well with it, and yeah, it looks sick. Like actually, I'm excited for it. He's not. I asked him to spoil it for me because they're writing the script and everything like that. I asked him to spoil it for me because I want to know how it ends and things like that. He's like, no. So I got to find out, but it looks sick from what I've seen.
Look,
so
if
far.
Joe can't know, none of you guys can know, all right? So Posey Destroyer says, what do you study? I study a Bachelor of Creative Industries, and I'm majoring in digital media. So, yeah, that's kind of like it all ties in now, like in the last year in these final projects, all of my stuff that I've learned about digital media, promoting, marketing, video producing, editing, all of that. Social media is all tying into one big project at the end of the year. So, yeah, it's good. It's good. Yeah, Joe says bloody oath final year. Good work. Yeah, thank you. And it's also Joe's final year of school as well. So
Man,
yeah, things are happening, man.
Everyone says it goes quick because I got like all my cousins and things like that are older than me. Even like Joe's older than me, right? And back when I was in year 8 and 7 and things like that, they were like, it goes quick. And at the moment, I'm like, no, it doesn't. It doesn't go quick. I've been at school for ages. Man, it goes quick. Like I have, of actual school days, I have 21 days left. Now, obviously, there's a lot of time in between with like holidays and stuff, but I have 21 days of actual school.
It's funny because I remember having the conversation.
Sad.
I just remember having the conversation with you about you're like, fuck, man, I'm still in like year 8, you know, or year 9 or whatever. And I'm like, and I was in year 12 at the time, and I was like,
Yeah.
man, it goes quick, trust me. Like, you get there so quickly. And, okay, this is probably an unpopular opinion, but I don't know. I don't think I really miss school.
Ooh, okay,
I don't
I
miss
was
school.
just about to say I will.
I don't think I will, because I feel like I don't know. I like the uni life more. I like the freedom.
Yeah,
I
fair
like a
play.
bit of the independence, and I'm the person that will create a system for myself. Like, I won't just kind of float after school.
Yeah.
So like, I'm the kind of person that I've got.
What?
I got. Yeah. I kind of. Yeah. I'll set up a system for myself. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry, it took me a while to remember that.
Okay, Joe. Not far. Good work, fellas. Year 12 and final year. Yeah, man. It's good. It's good.
No, because the thing I'm mainly gonna miss. See, right, with your point, Joe, saying you're not gonna miss it. I understand that. Like, I'm gonna miss school in the sense of I'm gonna miss like the hallway interactions. Like the boys that are in here at my year level,
fair.
like you boys know, man, like the hallways, just talking with like the boy, obviously like us boys, but even like the other boys in the hallway and stuff like that. Like, yeah, I'm gonna miss all those because realistically, you're not gonna
miss all the
speak
bullshit.
to like how many people do you really speak to from school? Like not many, you know what I mean?
Man.
Like
yeah,
gone.
couple, really.
where it's like some like a few years down the line, let's just say, right, some of them can die and you wouldn't even know.
I mean, it's fucking
Like
true.
it's
Like,
just
sad,
like,
but it's
it's
true.
actually like you knew them for 13 years and then it's just gone in one day, just gone.
That's pretty. Yeah, it's full on, man.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's kind of sad to think like that. But you know, like, now that you brought up the school conversations and stuff, like, I think, yeah, I had good memories, but I don't miss it. Like, I'm happy where I'm at. Like,
Oh, okay. When you word it like that, that's facts. I probably won't miss.
like,
yeah. Good point.
Like,
good
it's
point.
another chapter, right? It's another chapter. And
Yeah.
you move on with your life, and you know, if you're doing things that are working towards your goals every day, you should be happy where you are.
I agree with that. I
Mm.
like that. Awesome. That's
Yeah.
man.
So Jose Destroyer says what was the best what was the best thing about uni? I think
help
it's
this man out because he wants to go to uni. So you gotta get up with the best advice.
yeah. So the best thing about uni was it helped me create connections, create opportunities for things actually after uni, post uni. So it kind of like created like these connections and just like social interactions with people, and people that are more like-minded, because you're studying something, right? You're studying, say I'm studying digital media, right? You will be in classes with people who are like-minded because they're studying the exact same thing as you. Whereas in school, you guys have a multitude of different interests, right? You have a multitude of different passions and, you know, a variety of places you want to be, right? So you're all different. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. I think that's important as a school to have a variety of different people liking different things, right? But in uni, you're more like concentrated on what you want to be and what you want to do in the future. And I think that's very exciting. And I think that's what makes uni special.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's even useful for me. Because there you go.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah. So, were you going to say something, Joe?
Oh no, I was
Okay.
just listening to you.
All
Just
right.
reading like a bit of chats. Yeah, it's just
He's hearing every seventh
Mr.
word because he's
Professor
at
at
the
the
gym.
gym listening to our podcast.
Good,
right
man.
now.
Good. That's some top tier shit
that's
there, man.
goated.
Listen to a philosophy podcast while you're at the gym, man. That's sick. That's sick. I
possible.
remember listening to Jordan Peterson one time while doing a
Yeah,
workout.
yeah.
And
Was
that's,
I there? Oh,
no, I don't know if you were there, but I
actually,
think I
wasn't.
told
I'll take
you.
that back,
Yeah. All right. So I don't know. I think should we end it there?
Yeah, we should, but I was going to say, Muzzy said, I know you're on your prepaid SIM. This thing's crazy.
Jesus. All right. Well, I think we should end there. This is a great fucking episode. Well, no, but I.
10 gigs.
Jesus.
We're using all his data on the podcast, bro. Right, sorry, I'll let you do the outro. Sorry.
All right. So yeah. Thank you everyone for joining. This has been a great episode.
Man,
I think probably one of the highest engagement episodes that we probably have, right? Everybody's on here. It's fucking amazing, man. This brings me happiness, right?
Yeah, see, and money didn't. Hold on. Money.
This is the point.
Money indirectly brought this to fruition.
So
money pay for these mics. Money pay for the suit.
Money pay for the house that we're
You know
in.
what I'm saying?
Money pay for the velvet suit. You know, look at flash shit.
Just go like flex on and shit. Like.
You know, get the rolling on there. No, but it's the best. This episode brought me happiness.
Damn, like,
Well, I'm about to cry. This is great, man.
That brings me to another point. It's like a quick one. I feel like another thing that brings happiness to a lot of people is bringing happiness to someone's life. Because if you can make someone happy and smile, it just makes you happy. Even if they don't show it, if someone's really emotionless, like stoic, it just deep down, it makes you happy.
It does, yeah.
Like, yeah. So.
Yeah. Especially somebody that you like, that you know personally or that you love, you know what I mean? Like, seeing them happy makes you kind of feel the same way, right?
Yeah, 100%.
So, yeah, and everyone's saying same. Oh, this is great.
Man.
This is great. Well, we'll be sure to definitely come back and do another episode very, very soon.
We're going to set up donations so Ryan can send us money. Ryan, I expect that donation next
We're
time.
setting it up next episode. we might actually have to, but not for that reason.
Yeah,
like, just in general,
reason,
help us fund the Clarity Conference.
Yeah,
Give us a bit more of an incentive. No, I'm kidding. No.
Yo, Ryan, what do you mean by that?
This chat right now is enough incentive, Good. It's in December.
No, don't do us dirty. We're trying our best, guys. Come on.
We should cut it off.
Yeah,
now.
okay. Bro, we can talk like forever underwater.
Yeah, we literally can. All right, guys. Well, thank you for joining the Clarity Conference podcast. It's glad to be back. I'm glad to be back.
I am as well. This is
great.
Memories.
This is great. Memories. We're saying it's fucking years ago since we did a podcast episode. But anyway, guys, check out the Instagram. Actually, you know what? I kind of forgot the fucking handle because it's been that long.
Yeah, it's been that long.
Let me
and
have
he
a
said
look.
Next episode coming late 2024.
To you, cinemas. All right. So we've got the Clarity Conference for the Instagram. And the TikTok as well, the Clarity Conference.
I think that's it.
That's it. Yeah. Matthew usually does the socials, but yeah. Anyway, thank you guys, and we're out. Okay.
I appreciate the engagement a lot. Like, I appreciate that so much.
All right.
So
it's good.
We see you guys in a month maximum. All right.
Yeah, that's it.
Saying 2025. Cardi finna drop before. Cardi finna drop before these guys. No, all right, we're gonna make sure we drop before Cardi. So, thank you very much. I appreciate it all. See you soon.